is a tattoo artist, entrepreneur, and shop owner in North Dallas. And he brought with him his mom, who runs the front end of the business. So they're both really awesome, and they're here to speak to you today about what it takes to own a business, own a shop, and kind of all the things that go into that. Whenever you're ready.
Hey, how y'all doing? So my name is Matt. This is Karen. We both own Fly Ink Tattoo Parlor. It's off Skillman Street. And I became a tattoo artist in 2010. So it was like what? You said 11 years ago or something. So I've been tattooing since 12 years ago. So I've been tattooing since 2010. I started in art classes from elementary all the way up to college, and I started to get apprenticeships through different shops and shop owners. From there, that's how I started to tattoo professionally. I started tattooing professionally in 2014. In 2014, we opened up Fly Ink Tattoo Parlor, and since then we've been in business all the way until now. I primarily do tattoos, body piercings, and I train people how to do tattoos and piercings. You got any questions or anything to say?
Yes, I'm the other end of I'm the one that keeps the shop ticking, meaning for us establishing a business. A lot of people think about a tattoo artist, you have an option. You have an option to be an individual entrepreneur, or you can be an actual business owner. You can change it to a massive business. On my end, we establish employment. So we're probably the first tattoo shop in Dallas to ever employ, where they usually do self-employed, mostly in business such as when they're doing self-employed business, they usually just do their individual thing, where we have changed the game and we do payroll. I have the storefront as well. The storefront enables the customers to purchase aftercare, body piercings, jewelry, essential products basically, and as well as our brand. The most important thing to do in a business is starting out. And a lot of you all have more of an advantage because even if you're art, you can start with your social media. Social media is the biggest thing going here. Where back in the day, Mac would go to door. When I say literally door to door, to gain his clientele.
Yeah, so what I used to do is when I was starting off, I had went on a website called Vistaprint, and I put my name on there, my telephone number, emails, and social media accounts. And what I used to do is I would just go travel to different barbershops, beauty shops, and different businesses, stores, and ask if I could leave my business cards in the business. A lot of them said yes, a lot of them said no. If they said no, I just kept it moving and kept going to the next business until they allowed me to leave my business cards. And then what I would do is, after a while, I would go back and check with them businesses to see how many of my cards had left. And depending on which businesses had taken a lot of cards, I would go back and just put my cards back up there every so often. And I would just do that every day, all day, until I got to where I'm at today, which I'm a full-time body piercing and tattoo artist. I don't have any other job that I do. This is what I do every day, all day, from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. It's not easy. You know, some people have part-time jobs, which that's okay to work a part-time job also if you plan on being an entrepreneur. But do y'all have any questions for me concerning art? Would anybody like to be a tattoo artist or in the industry, a business owner or anything? Yeah, it don't matter who. You can go for it.
I take up art in art, but the type of art I like to do is I like to design clothes, and I like to I just like to design clothes, and I like to make little drawings of fashion artists and stuff like that. I also like to draw myself, like little tattoos and stuff, just to get ideas.
Okay. Yeah, so you said you design clothes, you make clothes and stuff? Yeah, anything like that you can turn into a business. It's all about being committed to whatever you're gonna do and being persistent. Just, continuing to do something even when it seems like it's difficult. So nothing is gonna be easy. It's just like working a job. It's gonna be days that you're not gonna feel like going into work, but if you want to be successful and continue to provide for yourself, you gotta get up and keep going. What was your question?
What was the first step you took in order to become that?
the tattoo artist in a place?
The first step I took, so it's taking action. So when I started tattooing, how I learned about tattooing was it was a show called Ink Masters. I seen season 1 of Ink Masters, and from there I was like, hey man, I can draw. I had been drawing all my life because I know how to do a lot of things outside of drawing. I know music and other different things. So when I seen that show, I was like, hey, I didn't know anything about being a professional tattoo artist or pursuing it for a career. So when I looked more into it, I learned more about it. I studied it, looked on like YouTube, and I went around to the different tattoo shops. I spoke with other owners, spoke with other tattoo artists, and they gave me advice on how to get started on my journey. When I went into the first tattoo shop, I asked them for jobs. They told me that they wouldn't hire me. And I ended up speaking to one tattoo artist where the tattoo artist was like, hey, you just need to get a portfolio together. So what I did is I got a portfolio together. It's like a 8x10 portfolio or 4x6 portfolio. Usually what tattoo shops recommend, if you're interested in like a apprenticeship or learning how to be an artist, you would need like a 4x6 portfolio of tattoos that you have done, or you would need like 150 to 100 drawings that you've done in a 8x10 portfolio binder. And what I did is I took all of my drawings and pictures of work that I had done, because I was tattooing unprofessionally at first. And I gathered all of that into my binder, went shop to shop. And as I was going to these different shops, I started learning more, because more artists started talking to me about giving me advice on what I can do on how to perfect my portfolio and how to perfect what I was doing to get a apprenticeship from an owner or another tattoo artist. And from there, I took action. I ended up paying like $100 at first to buy me my equipment. Once I bought me my equipment, I had like some guinea pigs, which was people that I knew, and I had like a friend who allowed me to just kind of practice on them. I did like a name tattoo. The first one didn't go well, but then after the second one went well, and I started to get better with it. I just started to ask more questions and talk to the artists to learn how to do it professionally. But that's pretty much how I took action. I bought my equipment and I started. Anybody else got questions?
Just to add to that, nowadays, we don't want you to go tattoo and go to anybody. Nowadays, when you are interested in, some shops in Dallas do apprenticeship once you become of age, usually 18 and older. Tattoos, if you didn't know, you have to be 18 and older, even though some people sneak and get them. Just like piercings, usually we accept 15 and up, you know, for piercings with the parents. But the more thing about tattooing, practicing, where he did it the old-fashioned way, they have pig skin, they have the plastic, UV plastics for you to practice on the arms. Next, you purchase those things to practice on your artwork, rather than using a guinea pig nowadays. It has advanced involved. Now, more on our business, we are one of the first mom and son shop, and what has happened is that we decided that we wanted to do it professionally, so the city of Dallas can recognize us as a profession, because beauticians, self-employed jobs are not always taken serious in the business world. In order to obtain that, no matter if you do fashion, no matter what business you choose, you need to establish it in a professional way. Apply for the proper identifications, your EIN, your sales taxes, file your tax returns for your business side as well, because those are needed. Then the city starts seeing you when you can start employing people. Now, tattoo artists, they can be self-employed, or if a company like ours decide if they choose to do a salary, then we do have that availability for them. Because some people can't go out there and hustle and find clients. But the unfortunate downside about small business, artists sometimes tends to think that they can get work by walk-ins. That's just like a myth.
So basically what she's saying is a lot of artists, a lot of tattoo artists in Dallas may depend on some shops. Some shops you have walk-in shops, and some shops you have are by appointments only. We're by appointments only. We don't accept walk-ins. It's a lot of tattoo artists that depend on tattoo shops to give them customers. And if you're going into any entrepreneurship to depend on someone else to help you with succeeding, I'd probably recommend you to just find another profession or something, or just work, because being an entrepreneur, you have to be committed. You can't depend on anyone else to do the job for you. Meaning, I started in 2014. And the only way that customers came through the door is by me going and introducing myself to a lot of people, me going and networking. In 2014, I believe I was 19 years old when I opened the tattoo shop. I was one of the first persons in Dallas, Texas to open a tattoo shop at 19 years old. From 2014 to 2016, as a business, we grossed over $250,000 in the first 3-year time span. From that moment, we had around 10 to 12 tattoo artists. Since then, it's kind of a revolving door. Artists, they come, they go. But if you ever decide to be a entrepreneur, what I would recommend is that you stay consistent with whatever you're doing.
And protect your brand. So like you're doing the fashion, young lady, what's your name? Jillia. Did I say it right that time? What you want to do, since you already have a passion for it, anything that you draw, you want to protect it. You don't share it with anyone, because if you plan on letting that artwork that you're doing to become something bigger in life, you don't want no one to steal your ideas. People do that. So anybody that has any type of inspiration to do any kind of business, I don't care if it's taxes or whatever, you have a name, protect your name. And it's different levels of protecting your name. Protecting your name is not just going to a city and getting your assumed name. Sometimes you have to go get your trademark and stuff like that. So even though you're young, sometimes your own personal name, a lot of you all on social media, I'm sure, and they do monetization. And even when you're on that, you want to protect your name. So talk to your parents. If you know you're doing well on those social medias, monetize and protect your name by branding it, making sure you get it trademark. Because if you don't, someone else is going to take the opportunity of your ideas.
And to elaborate on that, what she's saying is no matter what you decide to do in life, if you decide to be an entrepreneur or just, a business owner, worker, no matter whatever you're doing, you want to look at yourself as a business. So your name is a bit, you are your own company, you are a brand, you can turn yourself into a business. So, Casey, did you have any questions for us?
I know Leonard had one back here.
What's up?
What part of the body was to get a tattoo?
Say that again?
What part of the body was to get a tattoo?
I can't hear you.
What hurts the most? What part of the body hurts the most to get a tattoo?
Some of the places that hurt the most is like your neck. Neck tattoos hurt.
I want one.
Feet tattoos hurt. Let me see. Hands. Skull.
What about the neck?
Yeah, neck hurt.
Have you ever tattooed an eyeball before? Or like eyelids?
Yeah, eyelids hurt. I've had people to come get lip tattoos. They don't really hurt, but they can be a little painful. Yeah, they want to see some more pictures.
What about like that?
Well, so y'all can see real life Mac's work. So Mac is my personal tattoo artist. So he did this tattoo for me. Protect yourself from your own thoughts. Yep, Mac. And then he also did this one. And what I always get feedback on this one is how neat and clean it is, right? It's super easy to read. Versus this one over here, Mac did not do, right? And it's super scarred, so you can feel it. See how bumpy it is? Alright, we're gonna feel that one. It's not bumpy, right? And that's because this is quality over like cheap quantity. I just wanted to get something done. This one, I woke up one day and I was like, I just want to get a tattoo, and he wasn't available because he doesn't do walk-ins, and so that one was kind of an impulse. But this one, even then, you can see they did not do the sun very well. So the importance of planning out your tattoo and finding a good tattoo artist is crucial, because this is permanent. I can't go home and wash it off. All right, so I know if I need somebody to trust with the tattoo, I'm gonna go to Mac. All right, if I want a detailed piece, he's really good at that. He does a lot of really great work. Even my nose piercing, I woke up, got my birthday, said I'm gonna go get a piercing, and he was like a shop that was really highly recommended from my Google search, and that's how I got introduced. So I started with the piercing and then worked my way down. So I definitely trust him to be able to take care of myself.
The industrial bar.
So yeah, industrial piercings, it depends. Some of them, they can be, I think all piercings is gonna depend on the person. So like, it's a little painful, but it's not like, it's similar to your lower piercings and this cartilage piercing up here. These are very common. I think the main issue with piercings is just people taking care of them. A lot of people don't take care of the piercings properly, so they end up having issues with them, which causes them to have more pain. Anybody else have any questions? What's up? Chest tattoo. Now, chest tattoo, that's an area that can be real sensitive. Now, women and men can be different as far as like pain. Sometimes with me and my profession, a lot of times women usually take pain a lot better than men. So when it comes to a lot of the more painful areas, like side pieces, this is a painful area, the women do a lot better than men. I see a lot of grown men who very muscular, they end up crying and squirming in the chair. Like, real.
What does the woman do?
You said what?
What does the woman do?
He's like, does
I mean, women take these tattoos, like it depends. Like some people have high pain tolerance, some people have low pain tolerances. But if we're talking about like side pieces, a lot of women, they come in, they're very like calm when they're sitting in the chair, but like with men, as soon as you touch them with the needle, they Yeah.
All right, so that is our time for us.